Ryan here for Silly Reviews. Let's go ahead and surf the web together. It is December 12th, about 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time, 2018, and these are the bookmarks I've been collecting over the past couple of days. We can go ahead and spend some time together and surf the web together. First link. This is a super popular article on through the app. I found this through the Pocket app, which is a bookmarking kind of read it later setup. You can add to Chrome, Firefox. They have iPhone and Android apps. So 10 small habits that have a huge return on life. And apparently this is so popular because people are interested in forming habits that will benefit their quality of life. Hey, I'm all for that. So it says there's 10 small habits. I'm going to see how many of these habits I currently have. If I don't have them, is that habit reasonably attainable? Is it something I could see myself actually doing? And maybe you can see if you do any of these habits. Here we go. Hopefully they're in a nice list. Number one, do a full body workout with weights 3 times a week. I do that right now. I don't always do that, but I do that right now, and that definitely does a lot for the mind and the body. Set 3 to 4 daily priorities. That one I'm always hit or miss on. I use a couple of apps that I have every day, the same tasks that I need to get done every day. Different tasks on the computer that I have to do every day. Things like read these emails, make one silly review, leave one, whatever kind of little paid tasks that I have to get done, stuff like that. So yeah, that's definitely beneficial. But man, if I don't always, I forget to use the app. Let's see. Read 60 minutes a day. Well, I surf the web a ton. Does that count? I don't sit down and actually quiet things down and read a book, because every time I try to do that, I fall asleep. Let's see. You're not getting off that easy. Reading is essential for your cognition, but you already know that. How about this? Blah, blah, blah. I don't like to read. Well, it doesn't specify, so I would say I read 60 minutes a day. Number 4, sleep 7 to 8 hours a night. Absolutely, I do not. I have such a hard time sleeping. I usually get in 4 hours of sleep and then a nap somewhere in the middle of. Let's see. Walk 30 minutes a day. Well, I really should go down to the nice park we have. I've shot video there before. And walk outside, because I go on the elliptical machine and I do the treadmill and stuff, but it's not the same as walking outside, so that could be a good one. Follow the intermittent fasting eating pattern. All right, now we're getting into this weird stuff. It's recommending, I think, I don't know if I believe in all this fasting stuff and everything. I'd have to research what intermittent fasting eating pattern is. 7, be present. What does that mean? We're so focused on our goals that we forget to enjoy the present moment. This is one of my biggest pitfalls. I really need to remind myself every single day I should enjoy the now. Oh, and be in the moment. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the now. Well, that's kind of hard to do if the now sucks and you're trying to make a better future. I don't know. Number 8, practice kindness and love. Yeah, if you're nice to other people and you see that they appreciate it, maybe they're nice back to you. If you believe in karma, I try to be kind in my videos and my comments I leave, stuff like that. I usually text or chit chat with my mom every couple of days, and so yeah, that's a good thing. Journal or write 30 minutes a day. Well, I do write articles and descriptions and things like that, not necessarily journaling, but it is writing. I've tried to keep an online journal before, and then I'll forget to do it for like 2 weeks, and big gaps in it. Number 10, save 30% of your income. Man, even though I like to tell myself, even when I'm the brokest of broke, that like I wish I could save money, but I could save money if I think about all the dumb shit that I buy that I don't need, or just think, that 6-pack of beer, every few days. I mean, that's $10 right there. Yeah, saving money, and when you have some money saved up and you can feel a little comfortable about your bills being paid and you have rainy day money and stuff, man, that is a good feeling. So anyway, I'm done with that. What do I have saved here next? 10 things you didn't know about Buster Douglas's 42 to 1 upset over Mike Tyson. I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan. He was like one of my athlete idols growing up. Super entertaining. I find myself watching his fights, whether it was washed up Tyson or prime Tyson or somewhere in the middle. Watch them a lot. So this is probably why these 10 things you didn't know about Buster Douglas, his upset over Mike Tyson, caught my interest. I don't know if there's anything I don't know about that fight. I've watched so many documentaries on the actual fight so many times. Um, Talks about the limited places you could bet Tyson or Douglas to straight up win because the odds were so crazy. The press gave Douglas no chance. Odds. This is a lot about the betting. That's not so interesting. Okay, Artie Lang. I'm kind of an older head, so if you don't know who Artie Lang is, comedian, super funny guy. He was affiliated with the Howard Stern Show in its prime. Now he's affiliated with a lot of different talk shows. Anthony Cumia, I think still Opie, whatever kind of Opie radio from Opie and Anthony he has. Howard Stern, they all still talk about him. I see new videos. This guy has battled drug problems for a long time, and he is not getting any younger. And I know his favorite drug, I believe, is heroin, but he does them all. And this guy has it's going to be one hell of a book or documentary about him when he's gone, because he's got to be pushing 60 now, and this dude goes hard with the drugs, man. And it's a shame because he's super talented, super funny guy. If you want to laugh, I guess look up on YouTube Artie Lang, find one of his specials from, I would say you have to go back at least 10 years, probably more like 15 years to 20 years. Catch him in his prime when I guess he was able to relatively manage his drug addiction and performing. But it really is a shame, and he seems like he is a super nice guy. This has got to be his last chance, man. He looks so bad right now. Let's see if I can type in Artie Lang today and show you what this poor guy looks like. Artie Lang 2018. Man. There it is. Ooh. Boy's looking terrible. And apparently he was on this talk show recently, on this radio station, and he was talking about how he just got out of a program or something, 28 days sober and everything. But everybody was saying that his nose was bleeding, and you can see him constantly licking. And they were saying that he was licking the blood coming from his nose, and his nose is probably bleeding because it's so destroyed, and he's probably still snorting, because apparently he was never somebody who injected his drugs. But just really sad, man. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, you don't need to see that website. Okay, Men's Health. 5 rare photos from inside Tashin's new Rocky coffee table book. Oh, well, I always like the Rocky series. He was kind of an idol. Sylvester Stallone was an idol growing up for me. And so I was like, dang, there's a coffee table book out. I've got a coffee table with books and magazines on it. So I just was curious to see some of these photos. Man, Sylvester Stallone. He has written and starred in so many movies and won so many awards. Incredible. Incredible. He's pretty old, man. I think he's in his 70s. Still juiced to the gills. Testosteroned up. Do you, man? All right, let's see. Now this picture just caught me on when I just clicked on like Google News and I was taking a look at headlines. I used to have such a crush on Julia Dreyfus from Seinfeld, especially like the last 5 seasons. She really peaked, and then I was like, damn. I know girl had breast cancer at one point, but then this picture just kind of shows that, yeah, she is getting old. So I don't know. It's strange to see people just one day, celebrities or whoever, even your friends, family, wife, parents, whatever, just one day, boom, It's like, oh shit, they're getting old. Okay, what's the most? Now this looked really clickbaity, but it got me. I clicked on it. What's the most dangerous food of all time? Anybody want to guess on what the most dangerous food is of all time? Um, Gizmodo. I don't know if this website leans a certain way. Um, that doesn't give me any hints. What's I don't know if this is like a pro vegan site or something. They're going to say, oh, it's red meat, whatever. Let's see what they say. Do, 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 do. Oh, this is like stuff. Oh, this is whack. It's talking about some fruit that's not even eaten, like popular here in America, never heard of. Okay, that was lame. Okay, let's talk about the NFL season. I know EDP, Rizek, sorry if I butchered the pronunciation of your name. He's feeling bad about his Eagles. I'm feeling pretty good about my Saints. Let's take a look at these standings right here in the AFC. 13 games in. We've got 3 games left. And a lot of positions in the playoffs still up for grabs. Of course, we got the Patriots here, 9-4. They definitely look beatable this season, but I guess not at home, huh? 6-0. They definitely look beatable. They're coming off another loss. I would say, New England definitely looks human this year. They're overall doing really well. They definitely look human. Miami hanging in there, trying to get that playoff spot. Man, the AFC North, it's just kind of a bunch of average to below average guys. Pittsburgh was super hot. Now 3. They've lost 3 in a row. Crazy. Thinking about people getting old earlier, man. Like I'm thinking about Ben Roethlisberger. Like Ben Roethlisberger, damn, that dude's getting up there. It seems like he was just fresh young face out in the club, date raping women or whatever he used to get accused of. Baltimore, the Ravens, they're trying to hang in there. The quarterback got benched. Flacco's not starting this week. What is going on? Cleveland looks like they might be on the comeback trail. Give them a couple years. Don't break up everything and see what they're about. Houston, can't believe they lost last week, but they definitely look like, I'd say, the strongest team in the AFC for sure. You can't ever count out Belichick and Brady, but Houston definitely looks like the strongest team coming out of the AFC. Indy, I do like Indy, and even the Titans, man. The Titans have been looking pretty good this year. Jacksonville, what a collapse, man. They were supposed to come in this year, shut out every team. Offense was supposed to be better. They have fallen apart. And then the Chiefs dominating, rookie QB looking like he's not Breeze, but man, he's looking solid. And then we have Denver. Looked like they might have had a chance a few games ago, but I don't think Denver's going to be able to squeak in. Oakland, train wreck. That offense not performing like everybody thought they would when they brought in Chucky as the head coach. And then we got the Chargers doing really well too. I hate Phillip Rivers. I think he is a crybaby. God, when him and Tomlinson used to play together, so freaking annoying because they were both crybabies. Let's take a look at the NFC and kind of get bummed out too because the regular season is almost over. Then the playoffs and Super Bowl will be over, and a whole another football season gone. Then you have to wait for the next one. So Dallas has been crazy hot, 5 in a row. We got caught up in that buzzsaw. Dallas is hot. When I say we, the Saints, if you're not familiar. Eagles fell apart. Now they're talking about possibly shutting down the QB for the rest of the year. He's dealing with an injury. Washington. Apparently 4 weeks ago, Washington had some type of Indian chief or something. They did some kind of crazy Indian seance or whatever those people do. And since then, they've lost every game. Giants, you still got, what are they going to do? Are they going to move on from Eli Manning? Is he going to start? Is he not going to start? Is he going to be there next year? What are you going to do, man? In the NFC North, we've got Chicago. They look super strong. good home team. Minnesota, kind of a disappointment this year. Green Bay, everything falling apart in Green Bay. Everything falling apart in Green Bay. Is this a good time in Rodgers' career to, are they going to do a whole coaching flip, a whole coaching change? I believe he's got to be 32, 33 years old. Somebody could correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But this late in his career to change up everything, which looks like it's going to happen. I don't know how that's going to pan out for him. I wonder if we could even see Aaron Rodgers get moved to a team that has their shit together and needs a solid pro at quarterback. Who knows? That could be interesting. Detroit, another disappointing year, man. Another disappointing year. Okay, Saints, we've already locked things up. And Carolina was a threat. And now they've lost 5 in a row. What happened there? Tampa Bay, switching quarterbacks back and forth. They have crab legs one week, then he gets benched, and they put in oh my goodness, I can't remember his name. Doesn't it begin with an M? Anyway, the guy used to have the big beard, or maybe he still does have the big beard. Anyway, in Atlanta, fell apart. Great. The Rams got beat down pretty well last week, but the Rams are the real deal. Second scariest team besides the Saints in the NFC for sure. Seattle, they look like they're going to make their push to get into the playoffs. Always a threat, especially if they get a home game. Arizona, terrible. San Francisco, terrible. I remember San Francisco was hyped up about that little rookie quarterback getting in there and lighting things up, but that sure does seem like a long ways back in that rearview mirror now. So that's NFL stuff right now. What's the next link I have saved? Oh, I thought this was an interesting fact. Since 2001, the Knicks have the worst record in the NBA and have paid the most luxury tax. And I'm getting a little paranoid here because usually this laptop, the fan starts kicking on when I'm recording, and it hasn't, so I'm wondering if I'm not recording. I am recording. Okay, great. All right, so yeah, the Knicks have had the worst record in the NBA and paid the most luxuries tax since 2001. Like 2001, man, that is 17, almost 18 years ago. And yeah, the Knicks have been trash for a really long time. And that New York's supposed to be one of the premier places to play. I mean, they have Porzingis right now, but he's got to get off that injury. They have a couple other little pieces, but if you look before the Porzingis era, Carmelo Anthony, and then you go before that, who can you think of for the Knicks in the early and mid 2000s? God, the only person I can think of is the point guard who's still playing in China right now, Starberry. So yeah, the Knicks have been bad for a long time. What's next here? Harbaugh said Lamar Jackson is the starting quarterback Sunday. Yeah, Flacco's the backup. Yeah, I mentioned earlier when we were looking at the standings, Flackwad, backup. Strange. Oh, check this out. Any of you gamers, if you're slightly even interested in boxing, Fight Night Champion, which is still the last iteration of the Fight Night series, which this game's got to be 6 years old, and it still has its waves of popularity because it is backwards compatible with Xbox One. Well, now it's available for free, and I think this is the second time it's available for free on Xbox One, and it's not even one of the games with gold. It's just free. So it's still a very solid game. If you've never played it before, highly recommend you get it and try it. Do Fight Now online. There's another mode. I forget. It's called Championship Online mode. But the mode where you can create your own character and then build him up from there online, I would recommend never ever playing that, because here's what's going to happen. Fatal flaw with that is everybody will be cheesy. They'll make a really tall player, maximum reach. They'll put all their attribute points into the straight right hand, and they'll just spam that the whole game. No fun. But the fight now is a lot of fun. Every weight class has a lot of big names in it. The game is getting kind of dated, so you won't see guys like I don't believe like Canelo, GGG, Fury, guys like that, big names like that that are hot right now. But all the classics are there. A lot of fighters who still fight today are in there. The Klitschko's are in there, and the online play is it really is flawless. At least in the fight now, it is flawless. There is seemingly no lag. I mean, it is so rare to ever experience a game that's slowed down, due to connection or whatever, which I've always found super impressive. Because comparing that to when I play 2K basketball, which is the worst online experience, the delay is absurd. It's worth checking out. And if any of you do get on Fight Night, if you have an Xbox One, and you want these hands, please let me know in a comment. I have a ridiculous record on there. I would pat myself on the back and say I'm easily one of the best players on Fight Night Champion Online. Just saying. What's this next one? Let's see. This was the low, even for the media. USA Today smears Heisman Trophy winner Kyler Murray for tweets he wrote when he was 15. Man, another situation where the I don't even know what to call these people. I don't want to say liberals and stuff like that. LGBTQRXN, but there is something going on nowadays that's just so shitty, which is people just want to tear down other people. They want to find things wrong with people, tear them down, make them lose their jobs, their careers, besmirch their character for like trivial stuff. And here's another instance. This young man, from what I know of, from what I've researched just a little bit, hasn't done anything wrong, but just been a good young guy. Now he's a freaking Heisman Trophy winner. He should be happy. Well, people went and attacked him and dug through his tweets. When he was 15 years old, he made some kind of gay joke or something, and it wasn't even that bad. I can't remember what it was. Maybe there's a quote in here of it. Oh, man. I can't remember, but that came out right when he won the Heisman. And then, of course he apologizes for it. So here in this article, Kyler Murray apologized for his past anti-gay tweets. He was a high school kid. He typed some dumb shit. It wasn't like malicious and everything. And guess what? If you want to dig into people's history and pray and hope that you could find something that you could start pointing your finger at and putting people on blast on, that's so just sometimes it's trivial. But if you don't agree with it, unless it is actually hurting somebody, guess what? Put that in your little dossier for that person. File that away into reasons why I am not going to support this person. But the craze that's going on now where people are just trying to destroy people. Did they ever say anything anti this or anything I don't agree with in their entire lives? Because if I find it, that's it, And again, like people can't grow up. That's another part of it too. Give me a break. All right, let's move on. Okay, basketball. A little more basketball here. Quit the comparisons. Duke's Zion Williamson is something basketball has never seen. If you've never heard of Zion Williamson, I don't even think you need to be a fan of or follow college basketball or pro basketball to enjoy what this kid can do. Zion Williamson, he plays for Duke now. He's going to be a one and done. This kid, and his highlights go back 5 years of him just big old boy who can dunk. Now, watching his recent games, his handles look improved. He's got a little jump shot, but the way this big man can fly through the air and just he's so explosive. It's absolutely incredible. Look up Zion Williamson highlights and look up the newer stuff because it's getting better and better, man. What did they list his height and weight at on here? he's something like 6'7". Here we go. They're saying 6'7", around 280 pounds, 285 pounds. Sick. That's thick, with a double C at the end. Just incredible to watch, man. I can't wait to see. I hope he stays healthy. Um, when he gets to the NBA, man, I hope this all translates to more excitement in the NBA. Uh, Never seen anything like it before. Let's see here. So here we go. More attacks on people and trivial shit they've written in their history. This is Kevin Hart, who I don't like. I think I might have talked about this in a previous Surf the Web, but had this guy Nick Cannon coming to Kevin Hart's defense. But here we go. This just gets worse and worse. It's sick, man. So Nick Cannon to defend his fellow comedian Kevin Hart and the attack on Kevin Hart, where people went through and found old tweets of him saying the way somebody ate chicken off the bone was gay. So the way this guy defends him, race card. So now he goes and he pulls up old tweets or jokes or whatever from female white comedians. So now it's the race thing. At first it was just these homophobic things, and then now well, let's target these white people. Like, this shit has got to stop, man. Again, file it away. If you don't like something about somebody, if you don't like something they did, guess what? Don't read about them. Don't watch his or her movie, whatever they do for work. Just don't support them. Get over. Look the other way. Do something else. Unless anybody is coming out saying, we should kill gay people and black people and white people and Indians, whoever. Like, man, just find something else to do. Gotta be a line somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, Kid Rock pays off $81,000 worth of layaways at Nashville Walmart. Well, good on him. This can't be a recent picture of Kid Rock, because I've seen recent pictures of Kid Rock, and he fucking looks old. Miss Benson, the owner of the Saints, wife of the late Tom Benson, she just paid off, I believe it was like 100,000 of layaways at the local Walmart here. Giving out free stuff, I guess. I don't know, man. People have stuff on layaway, like you figure it's going to be these electronics and stuff that hopefully they can get them paid off. They don't lose their money, things like that. But it's not necessities. It bothers me. So, these people who are probably making poor purchasing decisions, then getting rewarded for it, it's like, it's not the best thing you could be doing for them. But whatever. Gets your name in the spotlight for a minute, I guess. What else do we have here? Oh, I saw this video, and this reminded me of an elementary school teacher. Let me make sure we're still recording and audio is still good. Yeah, looks like it. So we got this little chart here at the school, and here's the teacher. And when the little kids come in, they can point on the wall of how they want to greet the teacher. It looks like they can bow, they can give a high five, they can get a hug, and this one over here looks like they can touch their butts together. A little bit inappropriate, and that makes me think about how inappropriate my 4th grade teacher was at a private school that I hated. And I remember, and I could even tell back then, I was probably only like 8 years old, and this chick was hot, she was young, teacher, and she had this way of disciplining the students, or monitoring or encouraging good behavior, with this behavior tree that she had. And if your name was still at the top of the tree, the behavior tree, if you didn't get moved down, demoted, whatever, for talking out loud in class or being bad, whatever, the boys had the opportunity at the end of class. They could either have a piece of candy or they could kiss the teacher on the cheek. Isn't that weird? Everything about that school was weird. It's called Lake Castle private school. I think it ran from 1st grade to 8th grade. I don't know. It's such a long time ago, but I'll never forget how weird that was. That, hey, little boys, I know I'm pretty. If you're good all day, you can kiss me on the cheek. That's some strange shit. Okay, what do we have here? I thought this was a funny little video. Basketball player ended the game. I believe his name is John Collins. I could be wrong, but I know I've picked him up in NBA 2K before because he can dunk and rebound. I don't know how good he is in real life, but he was walking after the game, you know, high-fiving people as he's going through the tunnel, and he hits this boy right in the face. I'm gonna play the video, but then this had me thinking about something else. Boom, right in the face. So it also had me thinking how hard it is to tell a video game like NBA 2K versus real life. But I swear when I first saw this, I was just glancing at it and looking at Collins. It's like, does he look real? Is that a video game? Strange. Am I the only person who sees that? Moving on. We got 2 more links. Okay, I don't know how I ended up on this. It's something on Reddit, but Katy Perry on Ellen DeGeneres' show. I don't know how long ago this was, but so you got these 2 lesbos here on this show. Can't remember why I clicked on this link and I clicked play, but somebody please tell me how people can sit through television like this. We're going to try to get to 25 seconds, okay? That's going to be our challenge, to get through 25 seconds. And we got to do this together. Don't look away. Don't mute it. We're going to do this together. Let's hold hands. Let's see if we can get through 25 seconds of this.
Katy Perry, and you're about to go on tour, and
right.
You are...
September.
You are single. And
ready to mingle.
Ready to mingle.
Why are they clapping? Why are they... What's to get so excited about just now? And how old is this chick? Isn't Katy Perry like 35 years old and acting like this?
To have that consensual adult time is what you say.
Yeah, fun time for adults.
Right. So here's what I thought I would do. Here's an idea that I can help you find a new boyfriend and raise money for the Boys and Girls Club at the same time.
Is this a setup?
Yes, it is. It could be. It's a game.
I guess we made it to 30 seconds. I can't watch these lesbos anymore. Oh my God. I just don't understand how people can watch television like that. Next up, what do we have? I don't know how I ended up here, but I was reading something about when kids find, you know, when you're a teenager, and how we magically find these boxes of porn, usually by dumpsters and stuff. Man, and that had me thinking back. I'll never forget it. Me and 2 of my friends about to straight come to blows over what we found. I used to live in this apartment complex in middle school. It's called Posada del Rey Apartments, and I had some apartment buddies there. And I'm gonna say this was, could have been 6th grade, at the latest 7th grade. Man, by the dumpster, sure enough, there was a big ass cardboard box full of porn. It had VHS tapes, magazines, the works. When we spotted this, and I was with my 2 friends, who were they? Randy and somebody else. The mad scramble to start yanking that shit out of that box and hurrying up and bringing it home was incredible. Have you ever found a box of porn? What was in there? Was it good stuff? Let me know. I can remember this box had the good magazines, Penthouse. So, you know, they show more like Spread Eagle and stuff. And the videos were legit. Dirty stuff. Straight dirty. And then I remember after a while we were trading them. We'd trade them. So we had our own little apartment porn hub network of the early 90s going on. And that's the last tab. If you made it this far, I do appreciate it. I hope you had a good time hanging out, surfing the web, surfing the internets with me. I've got some new reviews coming up. Got a couple of good ideas coming up. So, yeah. Until next time, if you want to see some more silly reviews, just look at some of my other old videos. I'm Ryan. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Take it easy.